Dumelang, hello, and bonjour. Welcome to another episode of Sechaba. Are you listening? As always, I am your host, Murunga Musetli, in this very cold Botswana weather. Once again, guys, can we please just talk to somebody about whose idea it was to settle in a desert? I'm not saying it was a bad idea. I'm just saying, Bama Ungleba Francistown, why didn't you tell us to come up there? That's all I want to know. I'm here joined as usual by my brother TK.
Hello, Mo.
What's wrong?
Life is lifing, eh?
Is it nap time?
It's nap time.
Okay, guys, it's been a long day. We need a nap, but we're gonna handle this and then we're gonna take a nap. We are joined by another very special guest, Miss Nicole Martinez. She's a brilliant singer.
Wow.
She belts it out. There's this one friend of mine who's a singer, and I have to say, because I was listening to your song earlier,
yeah,
I feel like Tibby, you have a vagina voice.
Ooh.
And what that means is that, singers, you all know that you're told to sing from here.
Yes.
From your gut.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain women who go just a little bit deeper, and then they bring it
all the
from
way
the vagina.
from there.
Yes, I feel like I feel like it's just that in this particular song, you're not necessarily belting out any important notes, but I swear if I were listening to you do a rendition of one any R&B song, I bet you could hit some notes that I just didn't expect.
I like challenging myself all the time. I'm sometimes I'm like, is that me? Did I really do that? Did I really sing it like that? So yeah.
It's really funny that you would say you like challenging yourself, because earlier when I was speaking, it's just, I don't necessarily like to go outside of Africa to get a comparison, but my first instinct was if I were thinking of you singing a Whitney Houston song, because I was watching her Netflix autobiography thing, and one of the first things she said to Clive was, look, I don't know what type of music I'm into, but I want a song that'll challenge me. I want a song that will make me have to test my voice.
Yeah.
Guys, I told you. See, I know things. Y'all just don't know what I know. Come to me for a consultation.
Yes. You can see it from
No, not really. Don't come to me for a consultation. I know things, but not like that. Okay. Getting into our conversation today.
Yeah.
In your own words, may I please just ask you to let the viewers at home know who exactly Nicole is? How did she get into music, and why is she passionate about it?
Well, my name is Nicole Martinez, but my birth names, my ko lapeng hela, re ko lapeng kwa go dula.
Last one.
I have a lot of names because I'm my mom's only daughter. So everybody wanted to give me a name.
That's fair though.
So my thing ended up not being able to get more money, to a point where some names I just wrote the first letter and then dot, and then I put so my first name on my omang is Amantle. Yeah,
okay.
And then followed by Warabile, and then Daphne, and then Nicole, and then my aunt calls me Thor. She's been calling me Thor since I was a baby. Before I even knew there was movie with Thor. So I don't know why she called me that name, but she really loves it. My aunt, they're out of, I don't know if I should say out of Africa, because most of her kids' names are like Chinese,
different languages.
Sao, Sao, Sobena, my thing is not that ordinary names that you know in bots. So yeah, she called me Thor, and I don't know. I guess but
please forgive her.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but but I just have a lot of names. But going back to who Nicole Martinez is, I started out as a dancer. I grew up in Buntleng. So in Buntleng, the vibes were always vibing.
The vibes are still vibing today.
And we were always dancing. So in 2001, I think that's when Franco released his album, if I'm not mistaken. But that's the first album that I danced to for a very long time. Because I was too much of a kosa girl. Guys.
Yeah, bro.
Don't just look at me and be like,
how proud you are.
I think she's just, I'm not chilled.
Yeah,
no.
Kosa, you were there.
Yes.
Yeah. So from like buntleng, as a like traditional, no, not traditional, kwasa kwasa dancer. And then in school, there was like traditional dance classes. And so I became joiner there. Then I started liking to sing. Go pa diatla, ke re itse re borankana gore bontshang. So ko lapeng, and then I took transfer from buntleng. I went to Mopani. We moved to Mopani. And I went to Mopani Primary School there as well, but I didn't spend a lot of time in Mopani. Yeah, so standard 3, I think that was standard 3. From standard 3, standard 4, I went to Serameng in Metsimotlabe, Serameng Primary School. That's where I continued with traditional dance, get another traditional dancing. Where are you going? Because now I loved dancing. I still do love dancing, but I think I'm more in love with being a singer and writing music because I started writing my first ever songs in Form 1 when I was in Form 1. That's when I had a book, a notebook full of new songs. Yeah, when I'm done with school,
Endless
I am
albums.
going to be releasing music.
Yes.
At
I
least you
haven't
followed
even
through.
released
Just
one
like
song
Tupac.
from the book because they stole my book. They stole, but
They
everyone,
must bring it back.
Whoever you
everyone
are.
in the classroom, like most of the people in the classroom, my friends, they knew all my songs because I would write against yeah, and then from but I was still continuing as a dancer. No, I'm just a dancer. I'm just a dancer. Form 3, and then I went to Kagiso, Karabala Form 4 and Form 5. So go Kagiso, that's where I think I took my singing seriously. We get a talent show, Kebala Form 5. Then talent show. All best students talent show, something like that. So I think it's a position 1 out of everyone. I think we were like 20. And then the people who became second position, there were like 5 in the group. And I was alone. I was alone on seeing
Solo.
Rihanna stay. So that's my favorite song by Riri. And Rihanna is one of those people who made me want to be a singer. Because like I think I listened and I related more to her compared to other artists. Yeah, but from knowing her and understanding her as an artist, started loving more Beyonce, but Whitney, Brenda, they are my mothers. Those ones are my mothers.
Boy Yvonne.
Yeah, Boy Yvonne. Oh my God. All of the Lebu lives inside
Oh,
me.
Mami Matosa. Ish. Rest
Yeah.
in peace, our dear mother.
I get it. They are resting in peace. So yeah, I think that's just about it about me. Like from there, and then from Form 5, I went to my star. Didn't make it to my star, but I got an opportunity to get a talent scout manager. He invited me to the studio. I was blessed enough to meet someone who was looking for an artist, not somebody to use or take an advantage of, because those are the kind of challenges that we face as female artists in Botswana. Gore you meet someone thinking that they want to help you career wise, kante they want to use you and just throw you out like you are nothing. So Dylan Taylor, I met him. He introduced me to the studio. First time going in the booth, recorded music. And even though we didn't really release like a lot of music, he taught me so much to be the kind of artist that I am today. Because right now, like 2024 is my 10th year in the music industry professionally.
Wow.
And yeah, we're still going in, and every day is growing and enjoying and like just being myself and sharing whatever that I have with other people. So yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay. That was a mouthful.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad you touched on some of those issues because I think I was lucky. Literally one day after Form 5, I get a phone call. Morunga, do you know how to act like a teenager? Auntie Sophie, I'm 18. I'm not sure what you mean by do I know how to act like a teenager.
Yeah.
Like, I am a teenager.
Come on.
Okay, yeah, no, we need somebody for this one role. You just have to be a teenager. Okay, cool. I did that one show. I did a few theater performances. I've done plenty of open mics. I've done your GIMCs, your Maung International Arts Festival. This song has seen me a few times. And somehow I never experienced that. I always heard about it. I'd always, there were people who'd come to the spaces and you're like, no, we're not snacksing.
Yes.
I don't really want to hang out with you. But again, I was always lucky that I was surrounded by people who would be concerned. Moronga okay, we're not seeing her. Where is she? Come here. So how is it attempting to navigate this world? Because I imagine just anywhere, for example, back in the Quest days, if I'd gone by myself, if I'd had enough drinks, it really was possible for any man to take advantage of me.
Yeah.
Whether because I'm an artist or even just going to the studio by myself. It becomes very easy if the producer's there and he's just like, oh, you got to take off your clothes or else you're not going, or so I can't leave.
Or I'm not going to release your song.
Or I'm not going to release your song. So how does one begin to navigate that? Because I don't imagine it's easy to say, Simang Mango, the studio, especially if it's popular, was,
treating me like this and I didn't feel comfortable. I think with, like I always say, I was lucky enough to meet someone who was about building my career and helping me do it the right way and not manipulate me or try and use me in a way that it's going to be beneficial for them.
Yeah.
So with maybe an advice to an artist out there who wants to start as an artist is, before you do anything, just know who you are. And you should know when to say no. And when you feel uncomfortable in a situation, learn to take yourself out of that situation. But if most of the time it's very difficult for you to say no, don't go anywhere alone. Go with someone who you trust will help you to be able to say no. Because sometimes being alone, it's easy for someone to force you to do something that you don't want to do. But when you are with a friend, a brother, your sister, or just someone that you really trust, it's easy for you to get yourself out of a situation. So never be alone, but when you're alone, be alert.
Yeah.
That's powerful, Nicole.
That is powerful.
Firstly, I'd like to commend you for following through your dream.
Thank you so much.
I was a member in grade 6. I was a member of a music group called Street Gang.
What? Street Gang.
Street Gang, SG.
Y'all had machetes or something?
SG.
We were inspired by G Unit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, and then that was the thing.
Yeah, we were inspired by G Unit.
Stunt 101.
Then in high school we actually recorded a few songs.
Okay.
And I during that time I was inspired by Eminem and
my Lord.
Busta Rhymes. So I wanted to be a fast rapper. Right. And then university came. And I think I just let my dreams. No, I think I just let my dreams slip away. Eh?
Oh, so you were gonna be a rapper, bro?
Ask my wife.
You wanna drop
every
a
morning?
60?
Every morning when I'm in the car and I'm busy rapping, like, this could have been you.
I think you
this
should
could have been
still
you.
try and fulfill your dream, because your dreams can never disappear.
That's what I wanted to then follow up with you to our audience. People like me who went, okay, at least for Mo it was a personal choice, but for me it was like more of personal pressure to be told that there's no money in the music industry, there's no money in the entertainment industry, people are going to take advantage of you, there's these things,
which is true,
the Illuminati and you it's more like fear mongering to a point where you give up on your dreams
because you don't want to be associated with
that
kind of
so what's, as someone who came from, the grassroots, what can you tell maybe a young woman or young boy, man, who's like, this is my dream. And I'm afraid of all these things, but how do I navigate? Yes, you said you have to be what was the word you used?
Self-reliant, or sort of self-aware.
Yes, like knowing yourself, like
understanding
what you want.
who you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what would you tell someone, maybe they're failing to understand who they are? How did you get to a point where you understood who Nicole was?
I don't think I still, I'm at a point where I can say I understand who Nicole is, but I understand where Nicole wants to go.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's more like, where do you want to see yourself? Because with like me being in Botswana, I'll just give you a very good example about the experiences that I have faced so far. Is being in Botswana, every day I'm crying in my room. Nobody knows that I'm crying in my room because my music is not playing on radio. My music is not really doing how I want it to do. Everything is not going according to how I want it to go. But I'm still pushing, and I'm still, because I believe that I have something great that the world needs to hear and see. But sometimes it's about you doing it, pushing yourself to do it and enjoying it while you're doing it. Because it's like, I was talking to my friend earlier, and he was like, sometimes you don't do things because you judge yourself already. You feel like you know the consequences or the disadvantages of you doing something, and you pressurize yourself that, okay, I'm not going to do it. But maybe, just maybe, the fact that you're not going to do it is the reason why everything's not happening. Had you started doing it, everything would be like, you would see, okay, no, okay, this is the right direction. I'm going like this. And then 1 minute is like, it's going this way. How are you going to put it back this way? It's like, no, focus on what you want. What's your goal? What do you want to release your music for people to hear it? Or do you want to release your music because you know you have to release your music and you are ready for your music to be out there?
Yeah.
I get
So
you.
like, just look deep into yourself and like really understand yourself, because every day, like I'm saying, every day I'm learning. I'm learning new things. I'm learning who I am. I'm learning different things about myself, going out, talking about myself. Sometimes I'm like, wait, did I say that? Oh, wait, I did
Was
go
that me?
through that.
Yes, was that really me?
How did I even achieve myself to cross over this line and be at this point in my life where I'm like, okay, I'm good. I feel like I'm good, but I know I can be very dope. And like, I know I can be as much successful and very much comfortable. But right now I'm so comfortable. And I'm okay about it. But I'm still going to push.
I think I if there's one takeaway I got from your message was also that we tend to also become our biggest enemies.
Yes.
We set ourselves for failure, because I'm looking at myself and why I stopped, writing. I didn't have the best
Ask
of
yourself
voices,
those questions, bro.
but I had good bars. I mean, I now I can't spit. Don't ask me to spit.
I was gonna be like, drop a
no, but I'm realizing that when I was now looking at it, whenever I tried to write something down and I couldn't come up with anything, not even a rhyme or any, I'll be like, you see, this is why you can't make it, because you can't even think. You need 3 months to just come up with like a short verse.
Like you can get a writer's block, because that's what we always get as like songwriters. And another problem that we have in Botswana is everybody feels, because you can have a voice, you can be able to sing, but you sometimes you don't know how to write your music. But you'll force yourself to sing that song and make it sound as dope as how you want it to sound, but it's not a good song. But because every day on, like, for example, on RB1 or RB2 or all the radio stations are playing Nicole's song that is not a good song, but they're playing it on high rotation, every Botswana is going to know that song. It's like when you hear something repetitively all the time, it's easy for you to fall in love with it, because you hear it so many times. It's now becoming perfect, even though it's not perfect. So we need to have like Songwriters Association in Botswana, where people who know how to write music do. Because in America, those things are there. And just sell your music, get your credits. And because sometimes you want to do something in the music industry, but you don't have a good voice. But you're very good at writing, because you can write a very good song, but you don't know how to let it out. Because 90% of the people who don't know how to sing know how to write. And they know how to direct you to become a better singer as somebody who knows how to sing. And then there are lucky people who are good at writing music and good at singing. So, and then they are not good at dancing, And then there are like people who are like Beyonce. Like, okay, a very good example is Beyonce. Beyonce cannot write. She doesn't write most of her songs, but she can sing and she can dance.
Yeah.
You see? So you can never have the whole package. But if you do have the whole package, you are blessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like what you said earlier about needing to bring yourself to the party and put the work in for the sake of getting the work done because it must be done. It reminds. I have no idea what this interview was, Baholo. I just know Quincy Jones was talking about doing the Bad album with Michael Jackson. And he was discussing Michael's work ethic. And at some point, he looks at his person behind, because I don't know, he's talking to somebody over there.
Yeah.
And he says, well, God walks out of the room when you're thinking about money. That has stuck with me, guys. It's been at least 10 years since Quincy Jones said that on Facebook. And to this day, artists, if you are doing this because you want money, I'm not saying you're not going to make money, but to be honest, a lot of us connect with art because of the emotions behind it. And we can tell that you were just doing this kanjalonje and throwing the pots and the pans together because you could. And that can alienate us from who you are as an artist. So please find that interview while we are still taking a break. Rapatakakwa will be back on Sechaba. Are you listening? Welcome back to Sechaba. Are you listening? I'm still with my bro TK and our amazing guest Nicole. Earlier on, just before we left, you were telling us about how, I guess essentially there doesn't seem to be a proper ecosystem in the music industry.
Yes.
And this surprises me just a little bit because before I went into acting and poetry and things, I was like you. I was busy writing music. I was there watching Making the Band because I thought Diddy could teach me everything I needed to know. I am so glad I did not make it to Bad Boy Records.
Hallelujah.
Because Jesus and I both know.
The Lord was keeping you away for a reason.
Yes, but I still did learn a lot of valuable lessons about how the artistic industry has an ecosystem. Beyonce, all the work she does, it's not simply so that she can stand on that stage and talk to you. There is a director, there's a cameraman, there is a manager, there are producers, there's a dance choreographer.
There's so
First
many
of all,
people behind.
she has a whole team just to manage her and her life.
To be Beyonce.
Then she has a whole team to manage her music. She has a whole team to manage her merchandise. She has a whole team to manage every single aspect of everything.
Even going on tour. She
Even
has a
going
new
on
team
tour.
for that.
But somehow, Baholo, mo Botswana,
We don't have.
you are the producer, you are the sound engineer, you are the
Marketing.
rapper, you
The
are the
manager.
marketing, you are...
All in one.
Do you have any idea why this is? Like, why won't we share the work?
Well, with me, what I think I have observed is, because it always goes back in the beginning of time when when music was introduced in Botswana, when artists started to be known in Botswana, is what kind of a foundation did they lay?
Oh.
That's the foundation they laid. Gore, I'm my own artist, I'm my own manager, or like my friends will be my managers.
Yeah.
So like your circle. So it's never someone who takes that as a business, because we never have the business side of things. It's music is considered mo Botswana as boraskanta. It's maybe something that you do for fun and
It's a hobby.
it's just a hobby. But music is not only a hobby, it's a business. You can live all your life through music. Like you can enjoy your life, become like every day people listen to radio. And radio plays music.
Yeah.
And people like there's TikTok. TikTok
we
is
sing
all
along
about
and stuff.
songs. Every day, people are singing songs that they don't even... I'm also on TikTok. Sometimes I don't know a song, but I know the lyrics to the song. And then someone will be like,
That's me every day.
And so that means we need music. And in Botswana, there's this thing of Botswana, every time there's something that happens, maybe an artist does something bad, where la akarediwa all of you are like that. And it's like 90% of the time, Botswana promote I don't know if I should say foolish things. They would rather promote
do that
foolish
sometimes.
music,
Yeah.
like something that's so stupid it does not deserve the
platform it's
time or
on.
day, the like anything that exists in this world for it to be given an opportunity for the whole world to see it. There's so many talented artists in Botswana, singers, rappers, everyone, actors and everything. But people on social media would choose to share the things that makes Botswana less important to the whole world. So those are the challenges on that. And then also there's radio. Radio, they will play, I don't want to say their friends' music. Like just because they are friends, or maybe because they were paid to play that song. But now I don't remember you have to pay for your song to be played on radio.
Yeah, but I've also heard that there's certain radio stations that
don't play.
Not even don't play. The person in charge of collecting all that music may ask you for a private visit at her house.
Yes.
I don't want to name, but artists, you know who they are. Feel free to talk about them on the social streets, because now my job would be at risk if I named the people I know who do these things. But so those are that's also
those
what
are
I've
the challenges
heard.
that we go through. For example, I would send, because right now it's a good thing that we can send music through email. I can submit my music through email. I don't need to go to the radio station.
Physically with the CD.
But RB2 and RB2 has upgraded. RB1 is the one that you need to go to the music library to submit your physical copy.
Okay.
Yeah, but imagine getting a response that, oh, we received your music.
But
we received your music. It'll be playlisted. The whole year goes by. Your song has
waiting.
never been played ever. But those people call you for an interview, and then they want you to talk nicely on their show because they feel like they give you a platform for you to talk about yourself and market yourself. And it's like, no, you are using me. You are using me so that I can go and share that I was at your radio station or at your podcast or whatever, because you want a little bit of the numbers that I have, an audience that I have, but you don't care about my art. And to tell me that, oh, your music is so dope, you are so dope, you deserve to be in big stages, that like, imagine talking to a promoter telling you those things, but that promoter is not going to book you because they want you to ask them to book you, and then when you ask them to book you, they ask you for favors. They ask you for sexual favors. They ask you for like whatever thing. But it's with women, it's 90% of the time sexual favors. Give me something, I'll give you something. And it's like, ow. So are you expecting me to sleep with everyone that I need to help me with my music career? Tell me, like...
Actually, you make me want to ask this now, because this morning I was scrolling on my Facebook. Somebody shared Amber's hit list. Everybody who Amber Rose has been with. And now when you say this, I want to ask personally, how do we know Amber wasn't told that you got to do something for me
to give you something
so that I can give you something? There's all these nice P. Diddy's in there, so I feel like we could ask that question validly, because it looks like they were doing something for a good 10 years, you know. So because now you've said this, does it mean that maybe female artists should rather just work together? Like, forget the male promoters, forget the male record labels and producers. Let's just come together.
It's not even about forgetting the male promoters and male... because it's not everyone. It's not all the males who are like that. But it's more of all the males who feel like they have the power. Most of them, 90% of the time, they are not using their power properly. They're abusing it. So it goes back to the Khanyeneki, when one artist who is not really an artist but claims to be an artist, who like we sing in the industry, and then every artist is put in that circle, or the artist is so it becomes banna ba di promoter or banna ba di producer mo Botswana, banna ba gore ba tsengwa botlhe. go na le ba e leng gore ke bone tota they really want to help the industry to grow, because it's about making the industry grow and making things right, not only for us but for our kids, because I am a mother. My daughter loves singing, and if tomorrow I'm not here, God forbid, if tomorrow I'm not here and I didn't leave a foundation here, it's so safe for her. She knows where to go and do whatever that she wants to do properly. And then I just left nothing. She's gonna maybe go through what I went through and then not be wise enough the way I thought I was. And then everything goes wrong. Kamuso, I don't know what happened to my child. Her father doesn't know what happened to our child. And everything is a mess. So, ish.
So, Nicole, with your background as having started as a dancer, right, and then you progressed to music, do you think that like maybe also us society, we have a problem? Because there was a study done that showed that the male gaze does exist, where there was a study where they showed music videos where they were just men, didn't get as many views as there was a music video with women in bikinis twerking on cars and, you know, all that provocative kind of like actions. And those music videos trended. So do you think that also as a society, we put women in this position where we objectify them?
You have to be a
You
little
have to look.
sexual.
So if Nicole comes on stage and she's dressed head to toe, we're just gonna be like, no, next. You know, do you think that also us as societies or as the Botswana community, we also play a part in how we objectify our women singers or our female singers and dancers?
I think yes and no. The reason why I'm saying yes and no is because I'm one person who, like, I can dress fully, and then when you go on my social media, you'll see my girls out twerking, just feeling myself,
loving your body.
Loving my body. And it's not like I'm doing it for people to say something about it. It's just me feeling good about myself, and then there are people who are going to be looking at it as if, oh, okay, so now the sales are not going. You're trying to promote yourself. And trying to make which sometimes it does work for other people, but sometimes it does not work. It always goes back to what kind of an artist are you? What kind of music do you do? Because most of the time, if it's dance music, you can dance fully clothed, but you can also dance half naked. It just depends on where are you going to promote your music? Who is your target audience? So I think that's. And then also I forgot to answer your question. Should women unite or what?
Oh yes.
Yeah, women should unite, and I always say this: as women, if we unite and we are one, there's so many opportunities that we can create for ourselves without men. The men can be there, but behind the scenes. We don't need them to be in the front. And then as women, we should understand that it's not about competition. It's about promoting each other and making each other better so that everything, because 90% of the time, most people always think that a room full of women is fight night. You understand? But it's never like that, because with me, every time I meet a female, I either live as a friend or just as, like, we just met and we enjoyed our
each
little
other's company.
And we did not argue or we didn't fight, but people expect that to happen. And I believe that as women in the music industry, we become united. We can conquer everything. We can create our own events. Women are so talented and are very easy to do whatever that they want to do right there and there. To a point where anything we do can be so successful that but is this in Botswana? Yes, it's in Botswana. Like, come on.
Please.
So I'm hearing a lot of unity talk, supporting, you know, promoting one another. Are there any platforms that women right now in Botswana who are planning on venturing into the media realm or the entertainment field have or can access to gain such support where they feel safe?
Well, speaking for myself, I know there are some organizations that exist,
Okay.
but they don't feel like, sometimes it's hard for you to go there because you already don't feel like you're welcome to be in that circle of people. Because it's like they've been together for a long time. It's just
Now you're the
like
newcomer.
and then
it takes some time to assimilate.
Yeah, which is why we are currently like in talks with some people in the industry that I'm still working with. We are trying to come up with an idea and an organization, association that is going to fully represent female artists in Botswana and try and promote each other and be each other's shield. Be each other's safe space.
Lovely.
And be there for one another in any possible way. Because so we have to
subtitles there.
We have to stick together and be one.
Yes, yeah. No, that is very, very true. Hey guys, I wish I could continue this forever and
Me
ever
too.
because I think there's a lot of things.
To unpack here.
There's like we've all been shocked very recently. Okay, I don't want to say we were shocked. I think some of us knew who P. Diddy was deep down inside.
You could see it through his eyes.
Not even see it through his eyes, okay? I'm sure a lot of us watched Usher's True Hollywood Story. If you weren't asking yourself what a grown man was doing with a 13-year-old in his party house, I'm just saying. If you watched it like I watched it,
what's a grown man doing with young kids?
That's the thing.
At a party, like, let them party, leave the house, leave them alone. You'll come tomorrow.
Wow,
like.
Same with R. Kelly. You know, what are you doing with Bo Aaliyah? Aaliyah was a child, my nigga. Like, what were you doing? I know we didn't necessarily ask those questions then, but in my time as an artist, I've seen that kind of a dark, seedy underworld vibe to the entertainment industry here. And I would like to speak to all of y'all individual men and women in the industry that think you're getting away with it. Guys, we're going to come for you.
One day.
We're
already on the way.
The artists are going to come together and they are going to burn you at the stake. Please, guys. We don't have an actual creative industry. And if these are the kinds of things young people are having to face, young women are having to face, young men are having to face, to just be abused at the hands of somebody who happens to have money and power, it's not right.
And promising them to be superstars. And
Yeah. It's really not right. And Mudimo Tlalebon. Hey, guys, you must be afraid of the Lord.
They're shaking already.
Shaking in their
and
boots.
the law, because some of the things some of y'all have done are actually illegal and you should be in prison for the things you've done. But that's a topic for another day. Sechaba, I hope you have heard us and that you will continue listening to us next time.
And sharing the podcast.
That too.
And liking it too.
Yes.
You know? And please don't forget to interact with us on our social media platforms. If you have any questions, points of clarity.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you guys for the support.
Thank you.
More love your smile.
Oh, guys, I have dimples and stuff. But please, Mrs. Muhita, don't kill me. That was all on his own. We did not plan that. Yeah. Thank you.
Wait, did we thank Nicole?
No, but we cut. Oh.
Did you cut?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, back to you, Mo.
All right. Thank you for joining me again, TK. This time, the people did not have to hear about you cooking. Yay!
Finally.
And thank you so much, Nicole. I am hoping that your future endeavors are going to work like they are. And Tata, now I am committing myself. Should they give y'all some trouble, feel free to call me. I don't have muscle, but feel free to call.
You got
I do.
me.
I got your back.
Okay. Yes. Thank you guys for having me, and thank you so much for the platform.
Yes, ma'am.
It's been amazing talking about these issues. It's not easy to talk about them, so people are scared of talking about them.
That's
and
true. That's true.
I'm praying and hoping that maybe in the future, we'll be seated maybe in a round table with women in the industry and talking about everything that's maybe after we launch the association that we are working on, which is going to be representing everybody in the industry and trying to make the industry as safe as possible and as enjoyable as it's supposed to be. Because like Botswana has so much talent. We can take over the world.
We really
2 million
can,
people. It's
really
easy for us to take over the world.
South Africans keep making it.
And they take
not
it
far.
all from us.
Like
they
literally.
take it all from us.
My guy. Going borders right here. My guy. It's right here.
Yeah.
Okay, no, for real, guys. Please catch us on the next episode.